Okay, now what I'd like to do is add some text to Paperspace, and it's going to be the subdivision name and an abbreviated legal description for this parcel. So let's start off by creating two text styles. I'm going to type the word style at the command line. And it should bring up this dialog box, and we're going to make a new style. So I'm going to click on the new button here, and I'm going to call this first one Subdivision Name. I'll say OK. Now I'm going to choose a font. I'm going to go to my old standby. This one's Swiss 721 BLKBT. And because we're in Paperspace now, I'm going to the height is going to be 0.5 because that's 0.5 inches. I'm going to leave my width factor at 1 and my obliquing angle at 0, and then I'll hit Apply, Set Current, and Close. Now I'm ready to type in a name for my subdivision. So the command is going to be DT for single line text. Of course, I want my text to be aligned east and west or horizontally. So I'm going to, I'm going to set it up that way. I've clicked a point here. I have to click another point. So I'm going to hit F8, which forces me into ortho mode, and that way my text will be horizontal. I'm going to call, you can call your subdivision, make up a name. I'm just going to call mine Bluebird Ridge here. Okay, and I should have made a layer called text, and I should be working in that layer, but I'll clean that up in a minute. Now let's make another layer called, let's just type style again. I didn't mean another layer, another text style. Again, we're going to click the new button. And I'll just call this location. Everything's going to stay the same except the height for this will be 0.25 instead of 0.5. It'll be half the size. So I'm going to say Apply, Set Current, and Close. And then this is just an abbreviated legal description, so I'm going to say DT for single line text. And since this text is going to be probably more than one line, I'm going to right click right here and I'm going to choose Justify. And then I'll just say middle center, and I'm going to pick a point like right here. Again, define the direction of the text, and this one's going to say being a part of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter see, now I'm going to hit enter. And now it's going to say of section 18, comma, township. I've got to remember, I've got to take a peek at my other drawing here. No, that's not going to work. Well, the township and range numbers have to go in here. Hang on, let me end this here. I have to remember these numbers. This is what I need to have. Being a part of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter of section 18, you could spell out township and range. Township 8 north, range 19 east. That's what I needed. So I'll go back to my drawing. So there we go, and now I've got to just make a layer called text, so a new layer. I'll make it white, but it'll show up black in paper space, and then I'll make it my current layer too. So close that dialog box, highlight all this, right click, properties, and I'm just going to put it on the correct layer now. So it should be on my layer called text, which is where? Oh, I'm picking color, sorry. Right there. Okay, so there we go. So it's starting to look like something now. One other thing you can do here is, you know, we've got this rectangle that represents the boundary of our viewport. I can go into, since I created a layer called viewport, I can go in here and I can turn that off. So I can go in here and there's my viewport layer. If I click on the light bulb to turn it off, it goes away. You see, I don't want to really see that viewport boundary. So go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll keep moving along here.